And just a few things. One of these people are known for their sexy attire. Another one has a great accent. Another one is a very good break dancer. And the fourth one really plays a mean harmonica. And so those are things you can think about as you go through here.
Are you a break dancer?
So what we're going to do, I'm going to talk about, I'm the city commissioner, currently the mayor. I'm going to introduce the city of Yorba Linda. We're going to go over management control. First city manager, Dr. Mike, is going to go over that. Present city manager, interim city manager, Dr. Fadel, will talk about the present city of Linda, Yorba Linda budgeting and management control. And then the new city manager, Dr. Alex, will go over the proposed city of Yorba Linda management control items and then some conclusions. So, city of Yorba Linda. Very nice community, mid-size, Southern California. You can see here the hills behind. Very nice area. It was incorporated in 1967. It's really well known for providing quality public services at a reasonable price. It's around 71,000 people today. You can see where it's located here, down here. It's about 25 miles southeast of Los Angeles, 25 miles north of San Diego. It's close to Anaheim and Brea, about 8 miles from Angel Stadium, and 10 miles from Disneyland. It's really known. It's got a lot of skiing, hiking, fishing, and camping trails, and a lot of camping and fishing areas. It's known, or its appeal is primarily due to the landscaping trails, 100 miles of equestrian, biking and walking trails, three equestrian centers, and it's close to a state park, and which provides a lot of opportunity to ride. And another thing it's really famous for is the Richard M. Nixon Presidential Library and birthplace. And as you can see here, the president, when he met the king. So now, City Manager Mike is going to give us a presentation.
Thank you so much, Mayor Daryle. So basically, this is kind of how our city's set up. We're from California. We're pretty laid back. So you guys, the city council over here, and I answer to you guys. Now, my whole goal for you all is to make it as easy as possible to understand. One of you is a bookstore owner, one of you is a shoe owner, 2 lawyers, and so then that's true. And so anyway, that's kind of how we look. And so we're a nonprofit. Now, you know, a lot of people think about nonprofits as like charities and stuff, but like totally that's not the way it is. You know, like, anyway, so like, you know, schools, like how can you put a price on like teaching our kids and stuff? And like hospitals, you know, like the plastic surgery that some of these people in our town get, or like, you know, Tiger Woods sex rehab. I mean, how can you put a price on that? He's going to come back and he's going to do well. So anyway, there's no really decision making in place for our city, and you guys are all on the board just for a year. And then next year you'll go back to what you were doing before. And you know, we should set some goals, but you know, we don't really have anything other than the general welfare of our 75,000 people that live in our fair city, Mayor. And so oftentimes in nonprofits, these controls are not necessarily based on profit. In a for-profit company, it's driven by the bottom line, you know, where the funds are going. But in nonprofits, there's usually reserve funds that are then, you know, especially in government, they need to spend every cent of that or else they don't get that much money the following year. And so it's kind of hard to hold people accountable to actual financial measurements. And so I'm just kind of explaining this to you guys, but it doesn't really matter. One example is that the U.S. Postal Service for 30 years lost tons of money. And people didn't, you know, get their mail, and people weren't on time to work and all these things. And in 1995, they switched that around, and in 1 year, they made up all the losses they lost for the last 30 years by aligning the incentives to customer service, things like this, on-time deliveries. So, anyway,
Dr. Mike, I
yeah,
can't help to notice that you really haven't been telling us about the city.
well, I mean,
What's
you know,
going
it
on
doesn't
here?
really-
We hired you to do
Listen,
a
you
heck of a good
scruffy
job here.
nerf herder.
Dr. Mike, I know what you're needed. Dr. Fadel, you're now the interim city manager.
We don't need you. All right. Well, we have to have some policy. We have to have some rules, some standards. My God, I mean, is that a zoo or what? But anyway, you know, we have some rule to abide by. You know, thank you, Mayor. You know that he lay out some rules and some regulations that we had to abide by. You know, the city council. I mean, you know, you set the rules for us, and you know that should be followed. You know, so that everything is peaceful, everything is nice. You know, we are just one big family. You know, so we need to kind of work together. You know, and make everybody love each other. You know. For the sake of the money. But anyway, you know, the city. You know, we don't have our own facilities. You know, so we go and you know, make some friendship with some you know, neighbor. The Bria, you know, the city, they take care of the police for us and they guard us. They are nice people. They're very humble, very nice, very peaceful, and we like that. You know, services, we get it from the Orange County, so we really don't have any facilities. We don't have anything. You know, that we just pay the money. You know, unbelievable. But anyway, so we do you know, take care of the city, but the services is outside outside our area. The city council, oh God bless their heart, you know, they like to kind of reserve, you know, their goal is to reserve 50%, you know, of the operating you know, budget reserve. They like to reserve it and make sure that we have it in the budget, and it's unbelievable. It's kind of, you know, to maintain, but yes, 50%. They want 50% to continue to manage. You know, I know we have rules and I know we have standards, but God, you know, it's all subjective. You know, I mean, the way we feel, and you know, we kind of peaceful people. You know, we don't like trouble, and I hate to see, you know, the city manager, you know, kind of get choked and all that, but you know, everything needs to be very peaceful and very nice, you know, and humble, and it's all based on subjective, you know, opinion. So we're not worried about the standard. Don't worry about the standard. I'm not worried about this. But anyway, everything will be fine. Everybody will feel fine. Everything will be nice. Anyway, budgeting, the city manager, me, we kind of, you know, review the budget, and I see that you know, we need to reduce it with 5% or 10%. You know, and don't ask me why, because I really don't have any. You know, I don't have a reason, but just, you know, kind of make it look good. You know, 5%, 10%, it's okay. You know, if you can do it. You know, again, you know, we do identify some department. You know, each department, by the way. Our departments in the city, each department will manage their, you know, budget. So, and I request from them each one that they need to reduce it, you know, their budget 5 to 10%. You know, kinda, you know, about 5 to 10%. Nothing specific. Okay, here I go. You know, I mean, since we went. By the way, you know, I'm a graduate from Wichita State, and you know, went to the, you know, city manager, become a city manager. And thank you, Dr. Flores. You know, he teach me all the kind of, you know, tricks and whistles and things about accounting. And you know, I'm presenting, you know, a budget here. And look how good I am. You know, we have revenue 23 million, and the expenditures is 32. You know, it's no problem. You know, it will vanish. I mean, you know, we fine. We'll do it. We'll do fine.
Dr. Fadel, I can't help but notice that that's almost $9 million of expenditures extra over our revenue. That's
It's
not what we
okay,
asked you to do.
just relax, relax. You know, just everything will be fine. Everything will be fine, you know, because we are peaceful people, you know. We are friends, you know. We like everything to be peaceful, you know. So it's okay, relax, you know. That's fine. That's fine.
See what else you
You know,
have.
magic will work on you. That's okay. But anyway, so here's and Mr. Meyer, you know, your request from me to show you how I'm going to you know, make the reserve, and I, you know, bless my heart and everybody's, you know, my team, you know, we try our best to you know, to get to your goal, but it's a very ideal, you know, it's okay, it's very ideal. So we got it to 32%.
Dr. Fadel, the 10 million in capital improvement, why do we need that fourth equestrian center?
Well, you know, for the people. You know,
But
for
people
the
are
election,
complaining, they're
for the,
complaining about the utilities and stuff.
but we bragging on our city to be the best in the you know, in the West. So we want to be the best. So we don't worry about the, you know, budget. I mean, it's okay, you know, million here, million there, but you know, for the people of the city.
Dr. Fadel, you're very convincing.
Just relax, you know, just take it easy.
I will.
I mean, everything will be fine. You know, next
still
year
concerned a
we'll
little
find
bit.
another trip
Okay.
to hide our accounting. It's okay. It's all right. We'll do it, you know.
Well, you know, I think you maybe should be a real spiritual leader. You know, we have a young EMBA student who's just about ready to graduate, Dr. Alex. Why don't you try to solve the financial problems here, and Dr. Fadel, you go ahead and take care of our spiritualness of the city.
Okay, thank you.
People of our city, Mr. Mayor, it's just unbelievable. How can we get this crap, you know, from these people? Ban, happiness, you know, all of this stuff, it's all about numbers, right? We need to have a firm plan. We need to hold all our managers accountable for the numbers. We need to put some incentive plans in place, and we'll manage. And that's from previous administration. Let me stand on this side. But anyway, this is what we will do. Just few important things. First of all, we will maintain balanced budgets. Oh, let me remind you that in California, every city, incorporated city, has to maintain a balanced budget. Those guys, you know, previous administrations, again, with all of this crazy stuff, forgotten about the law. We'll do it. We'll switch to optimistic revenue projections, and we'll hold our managers accountable for stretched targets. We will maintain conservative expenditures, and we will make sure that our managers spend less but deliver a good product, and we'll have incentive programs just like in real business, because again, at the end of the day, we're managing a business. We have revenue coming in, we have a cost of revenue and services that we provide back to you. Let's look in more details. So for this year, you can see we have revenue 23 million and 28 million of expenditure. It's not good. I don't want to tell you, be happy, relax, it's the problem. But if we implement what I'm proposing, see, next year we'll be able to, our revenue would be at 25 million and we'll spend 24. So we will actually balance. Let me show you how we will do it. We will actually, instead of building the, we will get rid of those pictures, but what's important, instead of building this, why would we need fourth stadium? We're not using these three stadiums that we already have. Let's move money from our capital improvement fund to our reserve fund, and by doing this, we will actually be able to raise our reserve above our target even. We'll go to 53%.
I like that. City, don't you guys all like that?
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, again, we will include our goal achievement in performance appraisals. It's very important. We want to attract good managers to manage our city budget. We will have more than 50% reserve, and department managers will be evaluated based on their budget performance through the year.
Okay, well, I appreciate that very much.
Mr. Mayor?
I think we can work with those plans, so you want to go ahead. Well, I just want to tell everybody that if you've made your selections, you're going to try to take the test. Please, we trust you here, but please fold it up. and seal it up, because we're going to now, all things are going to be revealed here in a very short time. So, is everyone done? Oh, that was it.
Global Executive Partners presents the City of River Linda Player. First City Manager, Dr. Mike. Played by Interim City Manager, Dr. Fadel. It's played by Daryle. New City Manager, Dr. Alex, is played by City Commissioner, Dr. Hager. It's played by Lord Vader himself. Darth Vader.
How embarrassing.
Thanks to the entire class from Global Executive Partners.
Okay, that was legit. That was
Now, we are sure you have questions. What are they?
Who gets the prize?
Could have never guessed it.
My question is, what are y'all on?
That was fun.
Somebody take a picture of Mike, please.
Hear them.
No questions?
Okay, thanks, guys.
Okay, let's just ask here,
So
Nine,
what
nine,
happened?
nine.
What happened after 9192? They
Are you
bounced?
kidding right now?
really don't know, they, they just wanted to propose what they should do. They weren't there.
They had to force it back.
That was actually our proposal. But we were proposing for them.
The case didn't go over. But we don't think they did quite that, as far as implement controls. Because there was no indication that we're going to.
Let's burn more money.
So, should we have people win, probably?
We could
So
have
did
never
anybody
guessed
get the
that
floor?
craziness.
I'm sure Dr. Flores did, so this is.
I got two.
Oh, you got two?
I got two.
Oh, really?
Two?
Yeah.
Taylor?
Excellent.
But here, you're gonna get this anyway.
I'll never forget it.
That's the broke out.
Yeah, we'll get to the one that works.
Don't poke small children or animals.
Okay, now seriously, are there any other questions?
Congratulations.
Dude, Mike, you should see this.
I was gonna say, are you
Mike,
teaching
you're
drama?
Can you take a picture of us?